Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is seeking funding for a state-level military program that would be squarely under his control. Okay. Now, first of all, there are 23 states that have this.
Right.
All right? So it's not an aberration completely. Florida has had it in the past. It's regrouping on that, saying, look, we don't want the federal government telling us how we have to respond to emergencies, maybe hurricanes, maybe floods. You know what this is about? He's getting ready to run for president.
Yep.
Okay? This is a really hot button issue. The last speech I saw him talking about this, he tied it in to what's happening in California with the law and order problem. Take it from there.
You know, this is interesting because, as you point out, you're right. 23 other states already have this. Florida hasn't had it since 1947. You know, it was put in place during the Second World War to bolster our National Guard from the state. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's certainly still within Florida law. But the rationale for it, we can see right through that a mile away. We know when a politician's being a politician. We have had all kinds of hurricanes and natural disasters in this state since 47, and we didn't need 200, because that's all he wants, you know, Florida State Guards members to show up. We get help from the federal government. We have plenty of help here in other states. But yeah, you're right. He is trying to say, look at this, look how strong I am on this issue. I mean, we already have more military bases than almost anyone. We've got the help if we needed it, and people don't see through what is happening.
It's a state paramilitary. That's what it is. But here's where the edge is. When he runs, and he's going to run, what you're going to see is, look at California. It's completely anarchy out there. You've got snatch and grabs. We're going to do a story on that where they're breaking into malls with hammers and knocking down windows. This is part of that, you understand. It is that we ain't the West Coast. We're Florida. We're different. We don't have the law and order problem that they have in Chicago, where gangs are, 50 people a weekend, if you believe the reports. The mainstream media doesn't report it because it's black on black. You know, if it were black killing whites at a rate of 25 to 50 a week, we'd hear it'd be all over the news. But it's not, because it's gang related, people getting shot. But his angle is, I'm law and order. Yeah. And this is the lead up to that, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is also a bit of a grandstanding type thing too. You know, he wants to stand up to the Biden administration, and of course the military vaccine mandates, which he has openly opposed. So he's going to say, well, I'm going to create my own here. And I've got this own group that I can control. You know, obviously they're not actual soldiers.
Well, they're civilians that are supposed to be trained as soldiers, capacity.
And so we're going to be on the hook, the Florida taxpayers. We're going to pay these people. We're going to train them. We're going to do all this. And ultimately, it's for a giant political stunt. This isn't going to help us in a natural disaster.
And his talking point is, if Gavin was worth a damn, he'd have groups like this at the malls to stop this.
And I think technically California does have the California State Guard,
but they haven't used it. That's kind of his hidden message here.